this is a
That's a
sport.
solid one.
At least one person claims it is. That person is Dana White, the founder of Power Slap. And the only person who truly profits from it. Everyone else, especially doctors, neurologists, and sports scientists, says the opposite. They say this is not a sport, but a reckless idea, and in many ways, an invitation to death. So the real question is this: how is this still happening? How are these events still being allowed? Let's start with a basic truth. The core principle of combat sports is simple: hit and don't get hit. Boxers spend years mastering this. They learn techniques like the Philly shell or peekaboo to absorb, deflect, and reduce damage. But in Power Slap, defense is forbidden. If you move your head, even slightly, while the slap is coming, it's a foul. This is not a contest of skill. This is Russian roulette, where the only question is whose brain shuts down last. And what's being thrown here isn't a simple slap. According to multiple sources, these strikes are delivered with the hardest part of the palm, using full body weight. Experts compare the force of these impacts to being struck in the head with a baseball bat. And here's the most disturbing part. These people are not slapping randomly. They train for this. They spend hours every day slapping heavy bags. They practice one single strike thousands of times. The story begins in 2019. Dana White comes across viral videos online, amateur slap fighting clips from Eastern Europe. In countries like Russia and Poland, this isn't a sport, it's bar entertainment, usually done between arm wrestling or strongman events as a way to kill time and amuse the crowd. Participants are often spectators or athletes from completely different disciplines. Many of them are slapping for the first time in their lives. So yes, the slaps can be hard, but they are nowhere near as dangerous as strikes delivered by trained Power Slap competitors who spend their entire time perfecting a single blow. Dana White saw the view counts and thought one thing: I can package this, I can market this, I can sell this. Using his remaining UFC connections, he managed to secure official approval from athletic commissions in 4 states. Dana White defends Power Slap with the same argument every time. Boxers take hundreds of punches per fight. Slap fighters only take 3 to 5. Doctors say this comparison is completely misleading. In boxing, you can roll with punches, block, absorb damage with your arms. In Power Slap, you do none of that. You take the strike directly, cleanly, and at full force to the head. The result? CTE, chronic traumatic encephalopathy, a permanent brain condition caused by repeated head trauma. Many Power Slap competitors display what doctors call the fencing response, an involuntary stiffening of the body after impact. In neurology, this is a major red flag. It signals serious brain injury. And yes, this goes beyond injury. In 2021, during a slap fighting tournament in Poland, Artur Walczak suffered a brain hemorrhage after repeated blows and later died. This is no longer entertainment. This is a ticking time bomb. If you've made it this far and you're enjoying the video, don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications to support the channel. Let's get back to the topic. So who stands behind that table? When you look at Power Slap competitors, you often see people going through hard times, financially pressured, socially overlooked. For many of them, the offer looks like this: $2,000 to participate, $2,000 to win. So let's ask the obvious question: permanent brain damage for $2,000? For Dana White, this is a business model. For these competitors, it's a lifelong risk of disability. And here's the most absurd part. After the event, if these fighters ride home on motorcycles without wearing a helmet, they can be fined by the police. But minutes earlier, having their brains repeatedly rattled on stage was perfectly acceptable. Dana White claims Power Slap is more popular than the NFL, NBA, and MLB combined. But the truth is simple. These views come from 5-second knockout clips on TikTok and Instagram being briefly seen while people scroll. Television ratings were a disaster. TBS canceled the show after the first season. To hide this failure, marketing standards dropped fast. Collaborations with OnlyFans models, car giveaways, cheap attention tactics. And yes, despite publicly available footage of Dana White slapping his own wife, he still chose to launch a slap-based spectacle. That alone tells you how flexible his ethical boundaries are. Power slap feeds on short attention spans and society's addiction to instant dopamine. There is no art, no strategy, no elegance, only raw, undefended violence. And every time we watch these clips, we help this system grow. So let's be clear, this is not a sport, this is a public health issue. The only real winner is Dana White. The losers are the modern gladiators on stage and our collective understanding of what sport should be. This cannot continue as it is. There are only two possible outcomes. Either someone suffers a catastrophic brain injury on camera and the show gets shut down immediately, or years from now, former competitors will surface with severe neurological conditions, and the result will be the same. We can see this coming, and Dana White can see it too, which is why the most likely future looks like this. Power slap turns into staged entertainment, like professional wrestling. Real strikes disappear, or protective headgear is introduced. So the final question is yours. What do you think will happen to power slap? Let us know in the comments.